Hello friends, in this video we will be discussing the question number 3 of the November 2020 paper. So when we look at this question, we are giving the details of a vending machine and it has certain item codes, price for each item and the item names given to us. So we have A1 item with crisp bacon flavor and it is for $0.75. Then we have A2 and it is crisp salted and it has the value of 0.75. Then we have B1 which is chocolate bar, C1 for apple pies and C2 for raisins, and this is the money which is associated with this item. Now in this vending machine, what we have to do is when we are inserting the coin into the vending machine, we have to, along with the money, we have to enter the item code for the item that we want to want the machine to give as output. So the price will be read from the money that we are inserting, and we have to just enter the item code that we want. So whatever item code we will enter, accordingly the machine is going to give the output. If we give the wrong item code, the machine will throw an error that this item is not present in the list. They have given the message also, it will give a suitable error message. So this is what we have in the concept which is given for this particular question. Now let us look at the questions that we have to answer for this particular vending machine problem. So the vending machine is tested before it is released. Explain what is the purpose of the testing of the vending machine. Now the purpose of testing the vending machine is that the user should get the optimum performance. We should match that it is working according we will see to it that the software is going to work according to the specifications that have been given by the user. So it should match and it is working according to the specifications given by user. Then we have to also check that it doesn't crash. Then we have to also check that it is giving the correct outputs. So these are the reasons for which we are going to test a particular software, be it any software. We will test it so that to ensure that it is working according to the user specification, it does not crash, it is working fine. So that is the purpose of testing of any software, be it a vending machine or anything else. Then we are asked the question that we have to describe what is the difference between the iterative testing and the final testing. Now iterative testing is, just a second, it is scrolling, the screen is scrolling. Okay, so iterative testing is, okay, just a second, I know something is wrong, I think. Okay. So iterative testing is when we are testing at each stage of software development, when it is going parallelly and we are just developing each module and we are testing the software for correct functionality. That is iterative testing. And then final testing is the integration testing, where all the modules have been designed and the whole system is being put together, and we are checking finally that everything is working fine, and after integration also no errors have come into the software. So that is the difference between the iterative testing and the final testing. Then we have the question, we have to complete this plan according to the working of the vending machine, and so we will look at the options given above. So the first one is already filled for us. We enter code B1, money inserted is £1, so it is going to give us a chocolate bar and a change of 0.10. Now if we are entering 0.85 and raisins are served to us, then what is the code that we need to enter? We will look back in this table. Raisins are getting outputted from the vending machine when we enter the code C2. So what answer we are going to write here is, we will write here C2. We'll put here the value of C2. The C has to be in capital, otherwise there might be a problem if no typecasting, no conversion is being done. Then we are entering the code C1 and it is giving the output not enough money inserted. Now in this case we are giving the option of C1. The value is 0.50, so we are entering some value of money which is not sufficient. So we will just say insufficient money less than, okay, just a second, there's a problem. So we will just write here in this box, we will say money less than 0.5 pounds is inserted into the vending machine. Then we have the option C3 and we are entering 0.75 pounds into the vending machine. So when we go back, we will see, is there a C3 option? There is no C3 option. So we will give an error message, incorrect option is selected. This is what we are going to write in the answer over here. Now let us look at the B part of the question. In the B part of the question, we are given an algorithm where we are shown that the algorithm is going to receive a price and it is going to compare it with the money that the user has entered. And now if the money is more than or equal to price, then it will vend the item. And if the money is more than the price, then the difference between the two will be given as change, and give change is a function call here. Otherwise, if the money is not more than or equal to price, it will print the message that not enough money is inserted. So this is what we have in the algorithm. Now we have to name one variable that is used in the algorithm. So we have here there are several variables. There is a variable money, there is a variable price, and these are the two variables which are getting used. And how many parameters we are passing to the give change algorithm? We are passing one parameter, which is the difference between the money and the price. We are not passing money and price both, we are just passing the difference between the two to the give change function. Now in the next part, we are asked to draw the flowchart for the vending machine algorithm which was given in part B. So here we will put the oval for the start and oval for the stop, and then in between we have a decision box which is a diamond for the condition whether money is more than equal to price. If the answer is yes, then we will vend the item and give change will be called. If the answer is no, then we will print the error message, and both of these are going to lead to the stop statement. So this is the algorithm or the flow chart for the algorithm which is given in the part B. Now in the next part, it is asking us to write a program for the vending machine, whether maintainability is considered while writing this particular algorithm. Now they are asking us two ways in which the program has been made maintainable. One is use of good variable names, where the variable names are indicative of the purpose. Then we have used indentation that makes the code readable. And then another thing that has been done is we have made the code modular. That makes it use of subroutines is there, which ensures the software engineering principle of coupling and cohesion. So that way it has been made more maintainable. Now they are asking for one more additional way in which we can make it more maintainable. One thing is comments, and the other thing is use of constants. So these are the two ways in which we can make the code more maintainable. Now they are asking us that given these item codes, item names, and the stock of the items, that means how much quantity is held in the inventory, this table is created with the name of items in the database. Now we have to write a SQL query so that we can fetch the list of items for which the stock is less than 10. So we have to write a SQL query here. So we will write select what? We have to select the item name. So we will select the item name, and from where we will select the item name? From the table items. So we will write here items, and then what is the condition? Where we have to fetch the item name? The condition is where the stock is less than 10. So this is the SQL query that we are going to write in order to fetch the appropriate data from the database. Now this is the last part of this question. In this we are given the question that the vending machine has 3 states. It is on, off or suspended, and the user can change the state of the vending machine by the following algorithm. Now what is the algorithm? We are getting the input from the user. He will enter the new state. Now if the user will enter on, we will change the state to 1. If the user will enter off, we will change the state to 2. And if the user will enter the state suspended, then we will change the state to 3. And if none of the on, off or suspended is entered, then in the default case, we will give the value of invalid state as the answer. So this is a switch case with which the states are getting changed. And now the question is that we have to write the corresponding if statement performing the same operation. Now in the last part of this question, we are asked for writing the if statement. So the first statement is going to be the same. New state is equal to input, enter the new state, and then we will build a if else ladder in which we will say if new state is equal to on, inverteds have to be here, then state value is 1. If new state is off, then the state value is 2. If the new state is suspended, then the state value is 3, and then the invalid state. So in the next video, I will meet you for the 4th question. Thank you.